Right, so I've just watched the Del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, the viewing episode. This was not my cup of tea. Um, Basically, the episode starts out that these people are sort of like asked to go to this viewing of something, we don't know what. They all meet up in a car park and they work out the only thing they have in common, they've all been on chat shows. You've got a psychic sort of medium person, you've got a musician, a bloke who writes books, and a scientist. They've all been on this chat show, and that's about the only connection. They get picked up by a guy driving the car, like a van. They get bunged in the back of the van. They have a little chit chat for a bit, and this episode is literally talking. It's a lot of talking and a lot of drug taking, and this is not my cup of tea. I'm not into the whole drug thing. I never have been, never will, never done drugs. Don't find it interesting at all. Don't find the culture of it interesting at all. So they're there, and RoboCop's there. He's the guy sort of that's hosting this party thing. RoboCop, Peter Weller, I think his name is Paul Weller. Peter Weller. But he's the guy hosting the thing. He's pulling out all the drugs, and they're just talking for seemingly forever until the good bit happens, where they basically go to view this large rock, and they're sort of like, "Does anyone know what this is?" And basically, RoboCop, and I was gonna keep calling him RoboCop. He says like, "No one knows what it is. No one knows what it does." Um, they've done all kinds of testing, and the psychic's like, "Oh, have you ever any psychics doing it?" He's like, "Yeah, you." And then the guy starts smoking like a joint near it. The smoke goes into this big rock, and then the big rock starts to like give them all like a headache. They'll sort of end up in a trance like thing, and they'll start screaming because the rock starts to break down. And when the rock sort of disintegrates, what's left is this pile of goo, and the pile of goo grows like two tentacles again. Massive thing about tentacles in this series. Everything seems to have tentacles, and it grows these two big tentacle things, but looks like horns at the top of it. And with that, it suddenly becomes the Ark of the Covenant for Indiana Jones, because people's faces start to melt. Another guy's face explodes, and then you get the two that are left is the musician and the scientist, and they leg it out of the place. And then RoboCop touches, like, goes near the goo goes over him, and the goo sort of like takes his body, and he sort of stands up, and he's like this red creature. He looks a lot like, what's it called? The new baddie from Stranger Things. I can't remember what it's called. The whatever it is, the new baddie from Stranger Things, like the main guy that's like in control of all of it. It looks a lot like that, but it's these two massive tentacle things coming out the back of it. And then the thing like walks off into the sewer after it kills the driver, who shoots it a few times. It does nothing, and it electrocutes it with its tentacle things. Then the thing goes and finds a drain and goes through a drain, and you see it come out. Well, what looks like where it comes out is that place where they race the cars in Greece. It looks like that place. That's been in loads of films. It looks a lot like that. It was in Greece. It was in Terminator 2. That dry riverbed thing that's there, the concrete one. It looks like it comes out there, and that was pretty much the episode. And it didn't interest me one bit. I watched it. I was not entertained at all. That was the worst episode for me. I said that the Pickford model one I didn't like much, but this one I really did not like. So I've not really got much to say about it. I just watched it and just was half into it. Because I'm watching it because I want to watch all of these. But that episode, no, it's not my cup of tea at all. I didn't find it scary. And the bit at the end when the second the thing, like you see the thing and they all start like the one guy's face melts, I literally just thought this is just the Ark of the Covenant. They've opened a box and then this has happened. I mean, they broke a rock and this happened. It's literally just that, and it kind of like, yeah, it's a bit of a trashy episode. But now we've got the last episode to go now. The Murmuring is next. Oh, fingers crossed, 'cause it's the last episode. It's going to be a real good one. So every time I do that, it looks like I'm swearing at it, innit? But it's just, I'm literally crossing my fingers. See, I've just got dodgy fingers. Um, I hope it's going to be a better episode than this one. I hope they end on a real good one, because that was the second to last one was pants. The third to last one was really good, and the fourth last one was pants again. It was a middle one. Oh God, please be better than that. Cause it's late at night. It's like 12:30 now, and if this next one's going to be that boring, oh my God. Anyway, let's keep going because we're last episode. Let's go.